loot boxes in a single-player game. We love the Nemesis system, but it does get annoying when you get into an encounter and 5 captains and war chiefs decide to do their intro back to back. It really messes with the flow of the game and brings the action to a complete halt. What's worse is if the encounter's particularly hard and you have to retry, you have to watch all the intros again without the ability to skip them. We're not always against microtransactions, and they're actually not really intrusive in this game, especially when comparing it to the initial response from the public. But it's a shame that they decided to go the route of loot boxes and microtransactions because it has cast such a negative cloud over an otherwise excellent game. The entire menu system is bloated and difficult to navigate. The game has so many gameplay systems that it makes sense it would be cumbersome, but it should still be easier to navigate and to find what you want. This game has much larger encounters than the first game, and while the epic scale is amazing, it also messes with the flow of the gameplay at times. Sometimes there are so many orcs near that instead of getting into exhilarating combos, you'll find yourself constantly countering after 2 hits. Bigger is not always better. I know this from the first game, but it's worth restating that making a new ring is the worst idea ever. It's right up there with mullets and Windows Vista.
The world of men is ending.
And what have you done about it? Convenient separation is convenient. If Shelob can take Celebrimbor like that, why not take the new ring too? Whoa. Why couldn't we see this Shelob in the movies?
You are brave. For a man. But it is not your sword that will save him.
Yeah, that's right. Put your cute little sword down. How does ring making work exactly? Sure, he's giving it to Shelob right here, but they literally just made it a couple of moments ago. Couldn't they just forge another one since she let Celebrimbor free?
You have doomed us, Talia. Her power was vast before, and now you have given her mine. I poured my life force into that ring.
Oh, never mind. Remove a sin. You would think that the orcs would learn that once the long glaive comes out, that Talion is going to, I don't know, do a long swing around the perimeter. Might be a good time to back up if you only have a short sword in hand.
We need all warriors at the gate.
Then what are you doing here?
We saved you, right, Master?
Gollum's presence in this game is so inconsequential. He's definitely here just for fan service.
Filthy little GamingSins, I am very important to the story.
Sure you are. Does she just sit in this chair all day and wait for people to come visit her?
The Dark Mistress knows all. She knew they were coming, precious.
Okay. If she knows all, why doesn't she know how to get a more comfortable chair?
The assassin must be stopped. Gollum, you know where to find him?
Yes, we recognized his curved blade.
A Morgul blade.
Gollum, you should really work for GamingSins. You're so observant. Not only did you recognize a generic blade and know exactly who it is, but you also knew exactly where they are at this moment. You are amazing.
Yes, precious. Gollum is amazing. Gollum!
Talion is running in the open in plain sight, and those guards can't seem to see him.
Silly precious, they see him. But they know the Grave Walker is not one to be trifled with.
I think these orcs get paid hourly and not on commission because they don't really seem to care about helping out their boss.
They did nothing to help, precious.
Shut up, Gollum. I don't need a sidekick.
I want to know my fate with the Nazgul.
Be careful what you ask for, Ancient. With prophecy comes torment.
This setup makes sense for a mission structure. Complete a mission and come back for another vision. But why not just show him all the visions at once so he doesn't have to come back?
But if the...
Shut the fuck up, Gollum.
Reach, bright master. We knows how you can find the traitor.
Gollum, you weren't even in the room for the last vision. How the heck did you even know what was going on?
Filthy little hobbit.
I am not a hobbit. Ouch. I hope they get life insurance in their benefits package.
What is life insurance?
Shut the f*** up, Gollum! Get out of here! Let me do my job!
You consider this a profession, Precious?
Do you consider losing your last 3 teeth, bitch?
Filthy hobbit.
What did I say about calling me that?
Hobbit. Hobbit. Hobbit.
That's it, come on! Okay, sorry about that. Let's just continue, shall we?
How many times have I told you all? Never speak of the traitor Ro-
This voice on this orc is just... no. Oh, man. We just have to remove 1 sin for that. That was absolutely savage!
I came into this arena to fight Sauron's champion! I am still waiting! Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
To brawl in front of a cheering crowd? Can't think of a better way to go.
Sometimes these personal touches in the Nemesis system are just ridiculous. He just had a sword viciously impaled into his stomach. He's not gonna stop here to make a speech about the beauty of death.
Can you really use the stone to defeat them?
Yes.
Then I will find where it's hidden.
Talion's logic makes no sense here. The whole time he's been trying to help Idril with the belief that she will help him get the Palantir. Now she finally tells him that she'll find it for him, and his first thought is to go back to Shelob so she can reveal its location.
Shelob! Minas Ithil is on the verge of collapse. We need the Palantir.
The Palantir was what they were after this whole time. If he was planning to ask Shelob for the location, then that should have been the first vision he asked for. This is the exact vision Talion just witnessed in Shelob's lair, and somehow he still seems surprised by what's going on. Wait, did Casimir actually expect the Witch King to honor the bargain and let his daughter live? They want the Palantir to make it easier for them to destroy everything. Did he believe his daughter would somehow magically be excluded from the complete annihilation? Removing 1 sin for this poetic justice on this imbecile. Looks like Talion didn't have to do much there to hold Idril back.
Talia, we cannot defeat her.
What would you suggest I do?
Throw down your sword and kneel.
I will not kneel to this thing.
It must be frustrating for Celebrimbor to be attached to Talion and for Talion to never, ever listen to what he says. They truly are a married couple. They disagree on everything. It's gonna hurt when he crashes into that tree. Oh, wow, never mind.
This cage like kindling for shattering fire to come. Burn you, burn we, a fire for all it will be.
Why does everyone have to talk in riddles? No one in Middle-earth can just say exactly what they're thinking.
About sizing up a situation that's bloody impossible and saying, yeah, alright, I'll have a go. Not exactly the same way.
Bruce is genuinely fun and an interesting character, as are many of the orcs. Sadly, he is underused, and what we get instead is a boring and too self-serious main cast. The arrogance to sit in your throne room as the enemy sieges your fortress. Call me crazy, but I think it could have helped if he was out there leading his troops.
You already know since you attacked it once yourself. Nicely done, by the way. The thing is, you don't always need to be on the defense. You have scouts who can sniff out.
The game does a good job of giving you tutorials without feeling forced. But Ratbag's little speech here feels like we're talking directly to the game developer. A powerful being will not be tamed by inferior orcs. The orcs think that they could just give him Scooby snacks and keep him in check? Anticlimactic boss fight is anticlimactic. All you have to do here is roll around and dodge those flaming rocks until he turns around and gives you a convenient amount of time to hit his two enormous weak spots. Instead of turning around and simply crushing Talion, the Balrog has a dramatic rage fit and runs away like a petulant child. It's almost as if the game developers got together and created a competition to see who could create the most anticlimactic Balrog boss fight. Spoiler alert, this boring chase scene won. What makes this scene so bad is that all you have to do is drop icicles to slow the Balrog down. That's not a bad idea on the surface, but every time you aim to shoot, time slows down dramatically, making it extremely easy to hit the ice. The Balrog stands no chance. I don't care how strong the ice is. A 20-ton beast made of molten lava is walking on it. The ice will break within seconds. But we get to ride a frickin' dragon. There's no way that is not a win. Hey guys, you know what would make this boss fight even more anticlimactic? A quick time event? Wow, Bob, a great idea! Atriel's creep walk looks like she's running home to desperately drop last night's dinner. Atriel has consistently been the worst AI in the game. She walks up in plain sight of the orc watching post and does nothing. Then why do the creep walk? Speaking of horrible AI, how about the orc taking 5 seconds to even acknowledge enemies right in front of him? Just once, just one time, while one of the orcs is making one of these long, dramatic speeches. I want to see Talion's sword fly into frame and slash their head off. These orcs bogart the mic way too often. Whoa, we're genuinely surprised by Bruce's betrayal. Removing a sin for the unexpected.
Oh, he must be made an example of, or others will rise to take his place.
It will kill them as well.
Why kill countless challengers when you can stop it all by breaking one?
Because
at this point, I think Talion disagrees with Celebrimbor just to piss him off. The right move is to do as Celebrimbor says and make an example of Bruce. Talion can't seriously expect to be able to kill all the orcs in Mordor. Talion's sidestep game is strong. I wonder what the guard was staring at that allowed him to miss his partners being stabbed 25 times. Probably some orc booty.
The long winter calls my name.
Okay.
Forests of Cornwall must rest in dwell. Cornwall be still, all is ash.
Imagine listening to her without the subtitles on. It's hard enough to understand her with the subtitles on. Poppin' texture, my old friend. The evil laugh cliche. This could have been an interesting side story if Zog wasn't a generic power-hungry minion who oversteps his limits. At this point, it starts to feel like padding when we've already killed Zog like 3 times.
Decked out your siege army with impressive gear. Weapon.
Do they have wireless microphones that we don't know about? Every time someone is up at the top of a tower, they seem to think everyone can magically hear what they are saying. Or Chance suddenly went silent there.
You will submit to the Witch King, and at our side you will serve. Or you will die, and I will raise you as my puppet.
Kinda sounds like the same thing either way.
We knew you would come.
If you knew he would come, then why not have all the Nazgul there? He's been fighting them one by one for the past 5 missions now. I mean, you could try and, fight him all together.
But they're still not defeated. As long as they are out there, we are not safe. You least of all.
Oh, thank you, Atriel. We were under the impression that we were safe now. We didn't realize that the Nazgul would keep after us as long as we had the ring.
Sauron's army advances, ready to butcher every last one of us. But we will not die under his rule. We do not serve the dark.
The way that Talion and Celebrimbor make this epic speech, you would think that they were leading a band of freedom-fighting orcs. Let us not forget that all these troops we have enslaved as our own. Still not over it. How could Sauron possibly be so slow and react so careless?
The but a vessel. And there are others. The Lady Galadriel sent you here for a reason. Together, we can bring Sauron to his knees. We can finish what our people started so long ago.
This was a genuinely surprising twist that we did not see coming. Remove a sin. Celebrimbor and Etriel conveniently leave Isildur's Ring of Power right there for the taking. I mean, the least they could have done is kick the ring down the road.
Join us, brother. I am not of darkness yet. And I am not your brother.
Why did the other ring wraiths disappear? Stop fighting Talion one-on-one. It's sad to see Etriel reduced to simply throwing weak shots of light in support of Celebrimbor. I mean, she has the new Ring of Power, for crying out loud. The game is seemingly over, but there's still one more act to go. The problem is, the last act is a 40-hour grind fest in order to get to the true ending. This isn't bad in theory. Arkham Knight, another Warner Brothers game, also has a true ending that you can unlock by pouring in another 25 hours to beat all the side missions. The difference is that in Arkham Knight, you'll have to play through interesting and story-driven side stories in order to get to the true ending, whereas in Shadow of War, you'll have to defend your fortress for 40 hours while not adding any new cinematic value to the story. Feels like a cheap way to further get people hooked on the excellent sieges, which are where you would use Shadow of War's microtransactions.
Shut the f*** up, Gollum!
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Next episode is going to be everything great about Shadow of War, and then after that we're going to be tackling The Evil Within 2. Yeah, also go check out You Against the Ghost here. It's an older episode, but we caught up with Trent Haga, who happens to be the writer of Evil Within 2. So check that out, check him out, and okay, bye.